guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my Indian ringneck. So first, happy Tuesday. It's the last day of September. That's always great. You know, fall just started. As you can see, I'm coming at you guys today with a premiere yarn haul, but I'm gonna tell you what. This is just box 1 of 2, and box 1, this is the second box. Box 2, or the first box that came, I had to have Benjamin carry in the house because my arm span was too short. So I had to get Benjamin's long arms to have him carry it up. It was very heavy. All of the yarn that I'm going to show you today is the same yarn, and I bought every color they had available except for 4 colors that I already had and 2 colors that were out of stock and 1 that I just wanted to wait on because I didn't think it was a very pretty color. But I've collected almost all of them now. So I bought this stuff. I made this purchase on Monday the 22nd, I think. No. It was Friday the 19th that I placed this order, I believe. I don't know. I can pull it up on Premiere's website. I don't know why I can't do that. But I believe it was Friday the 19th. And they had extended their buy 2 get 1 free. Oh, it was on the 22nd. So I made this purchase on September the 22nd. My order was a total after taxes and everything was $170.80. So $170.80. At the time that I made the order, they had extended their sale where it was buy 2 get 1 free. And it was funny because I put the order in, and literally 3 minutes later the sale ended. It was like 3 to 5 minutes later the sale was over. Like, I just barely got this order in before the website refreshed and the sale was over. I do apologize about my voice. I'm sounding a little bit raspy. That, I think, is from being out at Scream Hollow with the smoke and the dust, the chainsaw fumes. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the air out there, and I think that's where the kind of throat irritation is coming from, because my voice is a little bit irritated, or my throat is. Excuse me. And yeah, I feel like you guys can hear it. Anyways, so Kiwi is in the bathroom checking himself out, because that's what he does, which is probably a good thing, because I feel like if he could see these gargantuan boxes, he might freak out. So I'm going to start with this smaller one. I may have to cut the video once I get through this smaller one and drag the bigger one closer. I'm not sure how many's in this box. But like I said, Premiere Yarns. So I'm going to go ahead and read the stats on these yarns to you guys. Like I said, I only got 1 kind of yarn, but I got it in every color they had available. So what I've been collecting is the #stashed goals. I do not have a lot of Chanel yarns. Chanel. I don't have a lot of them. And the ones that I do are thinner. A lot of them are thinner, like Let's Get Cozy by Lion Brand, or Lion Brand Nap Time. I bought some of those yarns, I think last year, some time ago, and I haven't really used them. I have a ball of Bernat blanket, but when they had these on sale for like, I think they were $6 a bag, or $3, $5, something like that. They had these on sale at one point for like really cheap, and I bought like 4 of them in kind of Halloween-y colors. I got like the black, the berry, blackberry, mustard, and one other color. I don't remember which color it was, but I already had those 4. And so I bought them and I checked them out and I really liked them. And I decided that I wanted to get one of each color. Also, at that time, I had purchased some of their tie-dye yarn, which I think is an online exclusive. I believe you can only get that one online. All the yarns that I mentioned, I'll link in the box below, in the description box. But when Casey seen the tie-dye, she wanted me to use it to make a flamingo. And so I have been trying to get my hands on the Stash Goals Bright Pink, but it seems like it's always sold out. Anyways, so that's why I started kind of collecting these Stash Goal colors. Casey has definitely been like, hey, you should try out this, thicker plush yarn and see what the stuffed animals or the amigurumi looks like that way. So, I don't have a lot of it, so I might as well add to my stash, right? Like, hashtag stash goals. Anyways, so each one of these bags is a value pack, and it's 1.1 pounds, or 500 grams. They don't have the Ziploc tops, but this colorway is the blueberry colorway. And that's really the only information that it gives you. I believe online it says that it is, let's check it out. Online it says that these are, I gotta wait for my page to load. That these are a super bulky 6 yarn. And it says that you can machine wash, tumble dry low, and it says it's a product of Turkey. And it's 100% polyester. I don't know if I said that already. And of course you get 2 balls per bag. So, yeah, this colorway, I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see it through the bag, I'm hoping the bag won't distort the color too much. But this one is blueberry. This one is the pale pink color. Now I will say, with my order, I had originally ordered, like I said, one of each color that was available. At the time that I placed my order, the bright pink was no longer available, and I had 4 that I already had. But after I placed my order, Premier did reach out to me and let me know that the burgundy that I had ordered was out of stock, and they offered to either substitute it with another color or just refund me. So I did go ahead and substitute it with white, because I figure, probably the 2 most that I'll go through if I'm going to use this stuff to make amigurumi, the 2 that... What are you doing? This stupid game launcher thing. Anyways, uh, if I'm going to use all this stuff to make amigurumi, probably the two colors that I'm going to go through the most are white and black. So I went ahead and opted to substitute the burgundy for another bag of white. So I was thinking at the time that I got this email, I was thinking unicorns. Now, whether or not that happens, I don't know, but that's what I was thinking. So there should be 2 bags of white in here. Well, this is a pretty color. This one is mint. Like I said, I don't have a clue as to how well these are going to show up through the bag. And I don't know how great my lighting is either. But so far, I'm pretty pleased. I'm kind of wondering where I should pile these because my table is going to eventually get full. Now, also another thing about this order, I placed this order 3 days before I was supposed to get paid, before I was supposed to get my first Scream Hollow paycheck. Well, you guys know me, and I took and used all of the money I had to pay for this order. This colorway is called Rust. I think that's a nice teddy bear color. What do y'all think? And I was thinking it's not a big deal. Like, I get paid in 3 days. It's not going to be a big deal at all. Ow. And then I got to work on Friday, this last Friday, and found out purple was the other color I already had. I found out that I wasn't getting paid. I'm not getting my first check until October 6th at the earliest, and October 13th at the latest. And of course, it'll be 2 weeks behind. But we had initially been told that we were going to get paid, I think, on the 26th of September, something like that. And I placed this order on Monday, the 22nd. So, yeah, I kind of screwed myself a little bit. But, this one is mauve. I always wonder what exactly mauve is supposed to be. Like, I don't know, because it seems like lots of people have different ideas about what shade mauve should be. Let's see, what else do we have in here? This one. This one is kind of a darker colorway than the mint. It's called Blue Green. See, I don't even remember ordering this color. I just went through and got one of each color. And I'm a little bit excited to start working with this yarn, but I have to finish the pink koala. Y'all remember 4 months ago I did a poll on my channel, and I had you guys pick from a pink koala, a purple sloth, a blue pig, or a green panda, as to what I was going to make next. Well, pink koala won, and I'm just now getting around to doing it. That was 4 months ago. I'm really behind on a whole lot of stuff. I know! I'm so glad that you're in agreement. So this is the color Ivory. It's kind of an off-white color. In the box, in the box against the cardboard, it looks kind of yellowy, actually. This kind of reminds me of marshmallows. I could see myself making a marshmallow out of that. See, this one is called Bright Blue. See, it's the bright pink that I haven't been able to get my hands on. Bright pink, burgundy, and the other one is like a gray color. Like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll throw the name of the color on the screen. Maybe I could Google it or something and figure out how that word is spelled or pronounced, but I have no idea. It's like, I kind of want to call it grunge, is what it is, how to say it, but I know that's not right. A pile of, it's just gonna keep piling up. Okay, so that box is empty. I'll be right back, guys. I just tipped this box that's really heavy over, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Kiwi's back with me this time. Say hi. Say hi. So as you can see, I unloaded the second box, and kind of piled it over here. And as we go through the colors, I'll pile them right here. The first box I actually put behind my chair in one of those tall clothes baskets that I have behind here. And I'm going to keep piling that up until that gets full, and probably you'll see it in the back behind me in later videos. But Kiwi, I have yarn to go through, sir, to finish this video. Would you like a drink? Want some green tea? Maybe I can get you. Don't get scared. It's just you. Okay, get scared then. Anyways, I had to have my dad come upstairs and move the box because it was open but full and it fell against the table, and I couldn't move the table to get out from behind the table. So Benjamin, I guess, is asleep or something. He couldn't hear me. He wasn't answering my phone calls, so I was trapped behind the table. That's how much yarn this is. It's a lot of yarn. It was a really, really good deal. Anyways, so this next color is called Tan. This does not scream teddy bear vibes to me like the rust colorway does. To me, it's called Tan, but to me it gives beige. It really reminds me of beige. Not that I couldn't use it for a teddy bear. Ugh. So we have light yellow, which kind of is like a buttery yellow. Hopefully these show up on screen properly. I'm really hoping they do. And this color is salmon, or salmon, depending on who you are and how you pronounce it. That's a pretty good representation. There's an orange one all the way over there that I can just barely see, and this looks quite similar. I think that one might be a little bit darker than this one, though. So I think the Stash Goal bags are like Premier Chunky Mill Ends, I think is what they are. Maybe it's Premier Chunky Mill Ends, or not Premier Chunky. Chunky, is it Parfait? I think it is. That's what I want to say that they are, is that they are the Parfait Chunky Mill Ends, because it seems like the colors are very similar. They do have like a mauve in the Parfait Chunky, and they have like a mustard. But in the Parfait Chunky, they have like mango and tangerine. And I have not seen those colors in the Parfait Chunky. But I do feel like that the Stash Goals is a mill end of some kind. I just don't know what yarn it's a mill end of. What do I have behind me here? So this one is Petal Pink. I think that's appropriate. Kind of a cotton candy pink. That's what it reminds me of, the cotton candy at work. This one is called Deep Green, and it's probably going to show up black on screen, but it's a very dark, kind of evergreen color. And like I said, if I had to guess, it's probably going to show up black, but it's actually an evergreen color. Here is a cream color. I'm not seeing a lot of too much of a difference between the cream and the ivory colorway, to be honest. I don't know. I'll have to hold them up together to really get a good look at whether or not the cream and the ivory are that much different. But the cream does not look too different than the ivory did. Now the white I do have sitting next to me, and it's a very, very like bright white. So like I said, I did opt to get 2 bags of this white, to replace the burgundy that had sold out. But I'm thinking unicorns. The cream and the ivory could work for unicorns too. I don't know why I'm really feeling unicorns lately. But like I said, I want to finish the pink koala first. Okay, here, no, why are we falling on the floor? Here's the other bag of white. See, it's handy dandy grabby thing for when I'm trapped behind the table. One of these days I'm going to have like an actual studio to film in. Where it'll have like tile floors and I can just like scoot a chair out from behind the table instead of having to push the table away from me. One of these days, right? One of these days. Okay, just go up there then, sir. So the color that's trying to escape is the gray. This stuff kind of, like, what I'm noticing about this yarn is it's kind of got, like, a sheen on it. Kind of like if you brushed it all this way, it would look kind of darker, and you brushed it this way, it would look lighter. It's kind of what this stuff looks like to me. If one of y'all knows what yarn this is a mill end for, because like I said, I really think it's a mill end, let me know in the comments below. Let me see, can I throw this? I made it back into the box. So this one is blush. It's another pink. And then we have light blue, which kind of reminds me of maybe like a cornflower blue. And actually, I'm looking at this one. And these are two, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on screen, but these two blues are a slight shade off. This one is slightly darker than this one down here. So that lets me know, like, these are for sure mill ends. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. This top one is slightly darker than this bottom here. So they're either different lot numbers or, you know, something of that nature. But this is the light blue color. I just don't, like I said, if anybody knows which yarn these are mill-ins for, let me know. I'd be interested in knowing in case they have other colors for me to collect. So this one is called Sprout. It's a very pale kind of green color. Every time I toss one into that bag, Kiwi looks up from eating like, did you just throw that at me? Okay, couple more colors to show. This one is called Linen. Again, this is another one that it's darker than the cream and the ivory, and of course the white. But I think it would be interesting to lay all the shades of white down next to each other just to see. But this one is called Linen. Let's see. This one is called Sage Green. And this one is called Coral. Now, these two colors I actually got thinking I would make a pumpkin. But now that I'm looking at the coral, I'm thinking the salmon color would be a better orangish color to use for a pumpkin. And then this is the sage green that I got to do the stem in. So I was thinking I could make like a massive, great big, like, Halloween pumpkin pillow type thing. That's what I have in my head. And whether or not it works out that way, I don't know. But that's what I was thinking. Ugh. We have Aqua, which I will say this, the Aqua color is darker in person than what it is on the website. Not that it's bad, I still like the color, it's a great color. But I feel like on the website this was much, not much brighter, maybe less saturated is the word. It just looked a little bit different. In fact, I'll even check right now to be certain that that statement is a true one. But I feel like the Aqua was a little bit different. That's blue-green. That's blueberry. Aqua. Yeah, so in the picture on the website, it does feel like to me that it was a little bit lighter on the website than what this is. But that's okay. Anyways, so I've got the last of them up close. This one is called Blue, but it's kind of like a blue-gray to me. It's not like a royal blue. To me, it looks more like a bluish-gray color. Now, this one, on the other hand, is called Navy, and it's a nice, deep, dark blue color. This looks more like a royal blue to me. If you guys, hopefully it shows up on camera. I'm hoping it doesn't just look black. But I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but here is the blue, and then here is the navy. So if you're looking for more of a darker kind of royal blue color, go with the navy and not the blue, because the blue is more of a bluish gray color. And here's another interesting set. So this one is called light gray. So that's what that one looks like. And then this says Fashion Plus. I don't know what this is. Nor is it sky blue. So, I wasn't expecting this, but I don't know what this is. I didn't order any Fashion Plus yarns. It says sky blue, but it's clearly gray. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not going to complain because this was a huge order and everything else has been correct. I'll look on the website and see real quick what... Okay, so it does look like this colorway. It kind of looks gray in person. It does look gray in person, but it's not different than the picture. It's kind of a very pale, light blue gray color. I don't know why it's in a different bag, but the yarn inside does match the sky blue swatch that they have on the website. So there is these two here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell the difference. Light gray. This one's called sky blue. Like I said, to me it's more of a gray color. And then this one is the dark gray, which is probably going to show up as well, I mean, it's showing up. It's a drastic difference between the light gray and the dark gray. And then somewhere down there I have the regular gray as well. But this one, like I said, this one looks great to me as well. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to look in during editing. I'll have to see if it shows up a little better on camera. And then the last one I have to show you guys is lavender. This was the last color that I got. So, yeah. I'm pretty happy with my order. It got here really fast. They reached out to me whenever there was a problem. I'm always pretty happy with Premier when I order from them. So, yeah, if you guys are looking to start out a chenille stash, then definitely check out the stash goals. They are great for the price. Now, I haven't worked with any of them yet, but as far as the value versus the price, I think they're really good. And right now, as of filming, which today, I'm filming this on the 29th. You guys will see this tomorrow. But, as of today, they still have buy two, get one free for the stash goals. So, and I'll link that below. I'll link direct links to each of the yarns I've talked about in the description box for you guys. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure the tie-dye one is an online exclusive. I really like that one. I'd like to get more of it and use it in conjunction with the stash goals just to see what I can come up with. And of course, that's kind of a variegated yarn. I just want to see how well that one works up, and I just don't have enough of any one color yet. So that's something I'd like to get soon. But anyways, guys, I have no idea how long this video is because it's been separated into two big chunks. I'm super excited about this order. I have no clue where I'm going to put all this yarn. Probably more of it's going to go behind my chair. Some of it is probably going to go underneath my bed. And then whatever's left might get put in Benjamin's room as, I mean... I've actually, managed to get some of the yarn out of his bedroom, but every time he thinks I'm getting yarn out of his bedroom, he realizes I just bought more and I'm just making room. But I do have some cubbies that are kind of getting empty in here, and I could probably rearrange some things to where I'll have an empty cubby or something around in here. I'm going to do that before I go putting more yarn in that boy's room. He's such a good boy. I call him a boy. He's 20 years old and he takes care of his mama. But he's a really good boy. Anyways, guys, so I am going to try to schedule a live for probably, I'm gonna go ahead and try to schedule it for 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday, which would be my usual time that I go live. I'm gonna try to schedule it for this upcoming Thursday. Hopefully I am not doing laundry. I think I should be back. So like I said, our washing machine is broken right now, and so one day out of the week I'm spent washing clothes for me, my dad, and Benjamin, and you know, right after that I have to get ready to go to work Friday evening. So, but I'm going to try to fit in a live stream on Thursday. Hello, baby bird. I don't know if Crystal is going to be available. I haven't done a whole lot of keeping up with everyone, so I'll have to get in touch with her and see if maybe she wants to go live with me on Thursday or not. But I will try to at least go on by myself for a little bit, maybe give away some free memberships for October's member giveaway. Also, when you guys see this sometime today, I don't know when, but sometime today, you guys should be seeing a member giveaway for September. Because, yeah, you guys will see this on the 30th. That's the last day of the month. So y'all will actually be getting 2 videos. This one and a members only video today in your time. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for coming and watching. Thanks for popping in. If you had a good time, please check out, some of my other videos. Give this one a thumbs up. Maybe invite some of your yarny friends to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in these yarns, like I said, I'm not an affiliate or anything like that of Premier, but I do really like their yarns. So I'll go ahead and I'll link all of the yarns that I've talked about in the description box below for you guys to check out. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.